Jai Gurudev and Nepal to lead the world. This is the 9th part of the famous and great Katmandu saga of the initiation of 35,000 people on Ratna Park in November 1974. Well, I don't know, I can't remember how long this whole thing was. It was more than a week. In the morning, early in the morning, from 8 to night at 9 or 10, 12 and more hours every day, there were initiations. More people came every day, huge crowds, waves of people coming. It was tremendous. The TV studio on Swayambunat produced TV shows with local musicians, poets, writers, and saints who were invited to go there and to talk to the people. The rich families all had their own TV sets. In the streets and places there were TVs with generators, and everyone could see these shows. And more and more people came to Ratna Park. It was terrific. Maharshi put more carpets there, and so we had more carpets with more people, and it was the greatest event in history of mankind. It was tremendously. Through all the ages of history, here and there people were initiated into TM, and it was a rare occasion. In parts of history, only kings were allowed to start with TM because it is a Raja Yoga, and so it is a great joy for me to tell you all these things, because to dwell on it, it is great. So in the last day, there was this great spiritual experience I had, where I couldn't hear anymore the loud trucks surrounding Ratna Park, where I couldn't hear anything, where complete silence went over me. And over the Ratna Park there was a huge lens made from spiritual sattva, where I could look through and look into other dimensions, and I could see the Tibetan and Nepalese gods looking through this lens towards us. It was a great experience. From this time on, I know that these gods exist, that they are real. They are only in another dimension, but they are real, they are there. And they can look towards us then, because that was the greatest event of humanity. They were attracted to look at it. They want to know where this whole big, huge amount of new sattva was coming from. Sattva. Sattva is the air conditioning power of the world. It cools down the heat of rajas and tamas, and sattva is the only redeemer of this whole system of fire and power. And in the other parts I will explain the backgrounds of this event. But now, coming back to the gross level of events, together with the new crowds coming towards Ratna Park, there were also a crowd coming of young people, looked like students. They were coming there in an aggressive mood, like being drunk, and shouting and pushing people and producing turmoils. And they pushed the people over the fence, and then people started to stumble over each other, and they started to panic, and it was a very bad situation. Maharshi called me and said, call Mr. Papa Shapagain, that he should call the police, and we have to end this. This is the end now. I called Shapagain, and Shapagain said, I already called the police, and the police came on horses with long sticks, and this ended everything. Maharshi got up. The boy came to me and said, you should leave with Maharshi, you and Charlotta should leave with Maharshi because they kill you. The word goes around to kill you. And I took Maharshi in my arm because from all sides people came to rush to him and to touch him, to get hair of him and some hair of bird. And it was a huge panic. I had Maharshi in my arm, went backwards through the people to the car, opened the door, put Maharshi in the car, door closed because people pressed. I wasn't in the car, Charlotta wasn't in the car. The young boy said, oh, you missed the car. You should leave Ratna Park immediately, but don't run. I will organize security behind you. And so we slowly left Ratna Park, slowly walking, and behind us there was rows of people, arms under arms, and behind them there was this roaring crowd. The boy came and said, where's your car? I said, I have no car here. The boy said, oh, then I have to find some. And so they ran away, and we came to the street, and the boy said, here, I found a private driver. I told him you will give him 100 rupees. I said, it's okay. The boy said, I couldn't find a taxi because no taxi would drive you. This is the dangerous situation. And I have to come with you, otherwise they kill me. So I left with this boy to Maharshi, and Maharshi in his place, sitting in his room, was very radiant and very happy that this was the greatest event of human history, and it will destroy the spreading of communism in the world. Jai Gurudev.